Hashem, today we'll be learning Daf Chav Zayin Amud Beis. We'll be finishing Torah tests. It's the end of Torah tests. Rav Nosson adds a few things they heard from the Rebbe which are connected to this Torah. So first, he goes back to the question that we started this Torah with. Why do we have to make an asiyah to tzaddikim in order to hear Torah from them? Why isn't it enough just to read it in a sefer? So in the Hemshech of the Maimer, we understood the reason why is because when a person works on Shleimus Lashon HaKodesh, then he's zeicha to see the oisius and to feel and to experience the oisius with which this world was created. And when a person is zeicha to that, then he's oisa the devarai. Then he's zeicha that when he experiences oisius, then he has a bechina l'shmaya b'kol devarai. That when he hears the Torah from the Eibishter, and it's kaviyach, there's a bechina that the tzaddik who has a shleimus lashon kodesh, he's hearing Torah mepi Hashem. Memela, if a person hears it directly from the tzaddik, he's hearing it on the highest level that could be heard. But once it goes secondhand and so on and so forth, then it keeps going down in madrega. So Nosson adds, they heard from the Rebbe that when it comes into sefer, then it's in of ksav zikaron b'sefer. The whole purpose of a sefer is only for zikaron, and zikaron is a koyach hamedama, because you see that even animals have a koyach hamedama. You see that even animals remember where they got hurt and are scared to go back to where they got hurt. So you see that the koyach of zikaron is a koyach hamedama. Even though Rav Nosson adds that we know that the pasuk of ksav zikaron b'sefer is talking about Torah shebechsav, which lechatchila has to be written down. Ba'afal pichin. Nosson adds that we see Chazal say about Adam Rishon there's Mashach Bar Lasai, which is in Pagama Bris. We also see that it says about Adam Rishon there's Sibur B'Lashon Aramis, which is Lashon Targum, and there's a connection because we said that the way a person is to Kedushas Bris is through Lashon HaKodesh, and Yizech to Lashon HaKodesh Davka through the Lashon Targum of being Mala the Toiv of the Lashon Targum, which is Mu'urav Toivara. We said that the Pagama Bris is the Ra Koilel, and Targum is Klipas Noiga. And the Iker Mishkal, we said that the world is made through Lashon HaKodesh. That means the Eibishter, everything in the world, the Eibishter took the Oisius and he put in them in the specific order and the specific Oisius with these Nakudas. They weighed everything out and measured everything out, which has to be a Mishkal, in order to come that everything in this world, which is made out of these Oisius, should have the proper properties. That each word of every musig should have the proper properties of it. And that's the idea of Mishkal. And the Nosson says weiter that that's what the Iker Mishkal, Iker Nisayin and test, and the bechira of a person in this world is an inyan of mishkal. This mishkal is an inyan of, we said, the shleimus lashon kodesh, to be able to go into the noiga of this world, to go into the part of this world which is not totally ra, not totally toiv, and there to be oimid ben asayin, especially in of shmiras abris, the place which is mu'urav toiv ra, that's not 100%, it's not a very, it's not a mitzvah, it's gashmis, which is klipas noiga, and over there to be boicher b'toiv, and to be mal toiv, and not to fall into the ra, that's the ikar nesayim of a person. It's a lashon kodesh needs a tikkun. That's the reason why that the way zeicha to shleimus lashon kodesh is through targum, which is the same mal toiv shebetargum. The same way in order to be zeicha to shmiras abris mila, a person has to be zeicha to bris mila. That's why it's brought down that the minim, the shelas minim, that if it's so important to have a bris milah, then why are we born without a bris? And the answer is that everything comes in this world needing a tikkun. And that's our whole avodah is to come into a world which doesn't have shleimus, and to be zeicha to that shleimus lashon hakodesh, to be zeicha to be mashlim this world through being in this place which is mu'urav toiv v'ra, and to be boicher b'toiv, and to be ma'is b'ra, to come into this place where it's not clear 100% what toiv is and what ra is. It's eitzadas toiv v'ra, it's mu'urav, it's mixed up, and it's klipas noiga. It's not clear what the mishkal is, and afal pichin over there to be miskaber, and that's our whole bechira. We said in the beginning of Torah that the Shemitah Bris is the name of Chashmal. That Chash and Mal, we said Mal is the Gematria 70, which is the 70 Lashonis of which are Farket from Kedusha, the 70 Lashonis of Amim, and that's also the name of Mila. The Nosson adds that we said that Tefillah Chabakak Shigyonis, the in of Targum is in Shogeg, that it's more of Tavira. On one hand, the Maisa of a verb Shogeg is Ra, but his Kavana wasn't Ra because the person didn't mean to do the Avera. So the Tikkun of Shogeg is part of the Tikkun of the Mala Toiv from the Targum. And we also learned that the reason why Yosef Tzaddik was able to be Paiser Chalaimais was because where does a Chalaim come from? A Chalaim comes from the food that a person eats. The person eats the food, and food comes into, and the mishka of how much a person eats. We said that whatever a person eats is made up of isius. We said that everything, all the properties of food, that's sweet and bitter, sour, if it's hard or soft, and so on and so forth, all have to do with the Indian of a mishka of the isius, how much isius are put into whatever we eat, and how much the isius and the nekudas. And memela, when a person eats, then whatever he eats and how much he eats and what he puts in his mouth first, if he takes this spoon before that spoon, also all of that has a hashpa on his dreams, on his koyach hadimin, on his koyach zikaron. So somebody who is a shema bris like Yosef, and he has shemus lashon kodesh, that means that he sees the isis and everything. So if he hears about someone's chalaim, then he understands what were the isius that went in to make this chalaim, and what was, because he understands what the person ate and what all the experiences that the person went through in order to create that tzurufi isis, in order that he came to that chalaim, and immediately he understands the yesodis behind that chalaim. So the Uvda Maisa in this Torah, in the very strong sense, is mainly the Indian of two things, of being malad the toiv shabbat targum, understanding that our main assignment is a place of targum, a place where it's not clear for us what's toiv, it's not clear what's ra, but a place where you have to be Isaac in Olam Hazeh. You have to be Isaac in a place which is not totally Torah and mitzvahs, it's not totally Averis. It's a place where it's more of Tavira, and in there to pick out the toiv and to be Isaac in the toiv. We have to be Isaac in Gashmias. We have to be Isaac in Gashmias in this world. And the main sign is when you're Isaac in the Gashmias of this world, to take it out the toiv and not to fall into the ra. And through that, we zeicha to shleimus lashon hakodesh. We zeicha to be able to a little bit to experience a ruchniistic experience in this world, and a little bit to be nana from the ruchnis of this world. And even if a person has to be Isaac in Olam Hazeh, but still, and the way you zeicha to shleimus lashon hakodesh is through that lashon targum. And also to know the koyach lashon kodesh of saying diburei Torah and diburei tefillah, which that has a koyach to be machnia the lashonis ha'akum and the ra of the akum, and in order to be zeicha to kedusha, and also when we come to hear the diburim of a tzaddik, to realize it's more than just hearing Torah, reading from a sefer, or hearing from somebody who heard from somebody, but try to connect to the neshama of the tzaddik himself, who is zeichet to see the shleimus lashon hakodesh, and through that to be zeichet to the Torah ki'ilu mipi Hashem, and through that to be zeichet to see the kedusha everywhere.